Hello, good morning, you too. How you guys are doing? Good. So this is Bitcoin for Black. This is Ricardo. One more time, we're gonna talk about why every black man in prison should be investing in Bitcoin. Uh, if you incarcerated right now, or if you're on your way incarcerated, or if you think you're gonna end up in prison one of these days or one sometime soon, or you did some shit in the past that was wrong, and you think you're gonna be incarcerated for maybe 5 years, 10 years, or maybe 20 years, uh, this is one of the reasons you should be investing in Bitcoin. Uh, if you Bitcoin is gonna be something that is gonna grow over time, and if you invest now in the Bitcoin now, before you head to prison, or if you're incarcerated right now and you have a cell phone, you could invest in Bitcoin. I know that a lot of you guys have cell phones in prison, uh, so you could do this. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. So the reason you want to do this is because if you facing a life sentence, or not a life sentence, but if you gonna be in prison for a short time, not for the rest of your life, but if you're gonna be in prison maybe 5 years or 10 years, you could invest in Bitcoin, and then when you come out, you have some type of money waiting for you, because so you don't have to go back to the drug games, so you don't have to go back to that lifestyle, So this is one of the good reasons you should uh, looking into investing in Bitcoin. If you facing any type of jail time, maybe less than lifetime, if you facing anything 5 years, 20 years, maybe 15 years, you should be investing in Bitcoin. So when you get out, you have some type of money waiting for you. And you don't, because right now it's hard to get a job if you have any type of criminal record. If you have any type of criminal record, it's hard to get a job, man, outside here. So I know a lot of you guys have cell phones and you're in prison. Um, so if you're watching this video, just go ahead and get involved with the Bitcoin, because when you get released, you're gonna be able to have some money when you get out. You know, this is really important for you guys to take advantage of this technology and get started into the Bitcoin. So this video is for anybody that's facing jail time. If you're gonna go to jail for a little bit, if you're going to prison for a couple of years, um, you should be considering investing in Bitcoin. If you have any type of money laying around, if you getting money from your parents, from your family, you should be investing in Bitcoin. So when you get released, you have money waiting for you, so you could get your life back together, so you could start your family, so you're not broke, you know, because the main reason black people are committing all this crime is because they're broke. They ain't got no job. They ain't got nothing to do. They live in bad neighborhoods surrounded by only like not bad people, but then just in a bad environment. And the system makes it so difficult for them to get back on their feet. So if you facing any jail time, you should be investing in Bitcoin before you go to prison. Or if you're in prison and you have a cell phone and you got a bank account, you could get the Bitcoin in prison. So when you get released, you got something to show for. You're not gonna be broke. And imagine if you're in prison right now, you invest in Bitcoin, uh, and when you release, you got $1 million waiting for you. Because the prediction of the Bitcoin is like right now, isn't it 3,000 right now? But it's gonna go up to millions of dollars. So this is one of the reasons you should be considering investing in Bitcoin if you're facing any prison time. Any prison time. Less, it's got to be less than a lifetime in prison. So if you face anything from 5 years to a couple months to 15 years, maybe 20 years, and you gonna get released one of these days, you should be investing in Bitcoin in prison. Uh, so get educated with the Bitcoin. Meanwhile, you doing your time, look into it, and then get started investing in Bitcoin. Whatever, if your parents give you money, whatever you got to do to get money in prison, you know, to buy the Bitcoin. So when you release, you have something to show for. And this is for everybody in the prison, but this is more for black people. You know, this is for my black people. Uh, I want you guys to be successful, and we're just trying to change the system right now and start educating people into investing and educate them into the Bitcoin, so they could have something to show for later on in life. Uh, so, you watching this video in prison? Uh, just take my advice. You ain't got nothing to lose. You invest now. If you facing 5 years, later on when you get released, you're gonna have some money waiting for you. That's so important. You got some money waiting for you, man. Cause I know it's hard when you get released from prison and you gotta get your life back. But imagine if you could, go to prison, did your time. When you release, you invested in Bitcoin man while you was in prison, and when you got released, you got millions of dollars, or you got a couple thousand, or hundreds of thousands waiting for you when you release. That would be amazing. You know, you don't have to go go back to the drug game or go back to the to be stealing and doing all this crazy crime. Getting yourself involved in all of this stuff. So if you're listening to this video, um, you already know. Invest in the Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin for Black. Bye.